Use this ladder in the back. But we're here to go to new heights today, talking about Capricorn full moon. We get our full moon when the moon is opposite the sun. Opposing forces. The sun, what we're consciously aware of and acting in, the conscious energy, is in the world of Cancer, the emotional, nurturing womb. And then the moon, who would rather be in its opposite sign, Cancer, is out expressing itself, shining a light in the dark, as the moon does, on our subconscious, invisible, dark place of our emotional mind, which is not visible. So we have these perhaps unconscious, subconscious feelings, the moon, arising in where it's at, Capricorn. How we feel about our career, our legacy, how we deal with authority, how hopefully we take authority, self-mastery, spiritual sovereignty, shown practically, Earth sign Capricorn, manifestedly, Saturn, ruler of Capricorn, the king, the god of this world, Saturn, especially of time, but also the material world. And that's Saturn, Capricorn, both ruled by our boy Saturn. You're really going to want to, if you're hip to this knowledge, you're really going to want to venerate the god of this world's day on Saturn Day. Sabaoth, the Sabbath. You take a sabbatical, that's like a break. The seventh heaven, on the seventh day, God rested, which is why they rest on the seventh day. And the idea is that in the seventh day, you'll be gods. Uranus, the modern day ruler of Aquarius, associated with the seventh heaven, Saturn ruled, is Uranus means the king of the heavens. Uranos. I think also related to Thanos. Anyways, Uranus has to do with breaking out of the black cube matrix. But then the idea is that you ascend up the tree of life, the Sephiroth, matching the negative with the positive. You could go up the middle path, you could go to the right path, the left path, severity, mercy. Joachim and Boaz. The Caduceus, matching the positive. About to call you back. So we want to synchronize the sun and the moon. And as they're furthest away, in opposition, bringing opposing forces together. How do we bring together our home, emotional comfort self? And how we feel comfortably with our dharma in life. What kind of karma are we creating? The Dharma Karma King, Saturn, Capricorn. We have the moon, the full moon in Capricorn. So that highlights Saturn. Where's Saturn at? Over in freaking Aquarius, being the master of the air. Ooh, it's had a beautiful hawk over me. An osprey. A water hawk. Pretty cool. So we have Capricorn is in the last half of this season. Sea goat, who is at the bottom of the hill, the winter solstice, where the sun is at its death and reborn, Christmas time. And then it's also the king of the top of the hill. Example of our adversary, Capricorn. That father voice in your head that is just the voice of God that could be a little bit accusatory. But what it's doing is giving us a reality check, really, sometimes. Sometimes we're like, oh, our voice hurt. Oh, I just had a freaking beautiful stork egret fly over me. I'm getting all these great birds on my trip to work today. I need to start writing a book or something because working labor, maybe it's good for you. I fucking hate it. Career, reality check. It sucks. Is it emotionally fulfilling to me? No. But can I accept the way they are and be the master of my own mind and come up with a way to put it, to frame it, to come up with a mindset, set the ancient god of Egypt, who is Saturn, who is the adversary, the sun setting, to the sun rising, Ra, Horus, on the horizon. I think it's Ra. The sun is Ra when it's right on top, raised up, Ra. Hooray! Manly P. Hall said that the reverence, even adoration and worship of the sun, the legit heavens, has been brought down onto the person of Jesus, which was also done to Apollo, but at least when the Apollonians, who I'm not associated with, there's a new, I guess you could call them neo-pagan revivalists, Apollonism, but I think they went a little too. The Aquarianism is about equality, egalitarian, very Aquarian. Apollonianism thinks that you're descendant, that one race is still better than the other or whatever. But so if we go back to the source of life, of light, of consciousness, the sun, the life-giving energy, then it's probably more beneficial to line up, to synchronize the sun, the moon, the heavenly visible luminaries, Saturn, Chronos, to synchronize with her, the matrix. Then we could work and create and get out of the box of empty materialism, ignorance, of just uber transcendentalism, projecting yourself into the spiritual mental realm and neglecting the material. Capricorn moon, Capricorn, the material. Capricorn is the black cube, the 10th sign of the zodiac. 11 is breaking out. the arc, the 1111, the 1-1, which also equals 2, which is the moon, which is the divine feminine. In order to get out of this matrix, it is essential that we don't get emotionally swayed and fucked with. So we want to have a good mindset so that our emotions aren't used against us, but can be used for us. The same sword that they had welded against us, we take and we slice our way out of the belly of the beast by finding the beauty in it and celebrating that which we all share commonly, encouraging each other towards a life of virtuosity. What is virtue? That which is good. What is good? That which uplifts our dignity as humans. Aquarianism is humanitarianism. I rock back and forth like the Rebbe's. Stimulating Shekinah, the goddess, because it's polytheistic. It's great. We all celebrate the first monotheistic religion. Sometimes they'll demote gods down to angels or to biblical figures, as in Abraham and Sarah, Brahma and Saraswati, probably in the East. Megatron is similar to the Tetragrammaton, which sounds like a rap verse that should rhyme with salads with croutons, photons, and neutrons. Aquarius can be the mad scientist who neglects the dignity of human beings and doesn't nurture it. Opposite Saturn, Capricorn, and Cancer. Nurturing. Forgetting the care, compassion, concern, the feminine, motherly elements. So we need to bring together that critical reality check voice within us, together with our emotionally nurturing, forgiving self. Bring those two in beautiful harmony and create, renew the freaking matrix, break it out, build our own based on care, compassion, concern, love, mercy. And it's just that mercy is a feminine aspect, and it's actually on the masculine side of the tree of life given to us by the Kabbalists. And they can switch that stuff around, so that's just one way of working through it. One magical system. One system of metaphysical reality. But it's based on the planets. From Earth, Malkuth, the bottom, you saw the moon. And lots of us don't pass the moon matrix because we're emotionally traumatized, separated, weak, and we can't break out of the moon. And then it turns into just, I think, a soul recycler, the moon. Karmic disher. It's the last stop before we are incarnate in Earth as light. Embodied in material. So we're receiving light and we're giving. We receive soul, the Ba, and the light, the Ka, the spirit, Kaaba, into a black cube, the Kaaba stone of Mecca. And the idea is that we are to perfect this stone through the use of like sacred geometry and knowledge of astrology and syncing up. Pythagoras, lots of Pythagorean geometry, and he said that numbers are God. Interesting. 10, Capricorn ruled by Saturn. Say 10. Say 10. 1 and 0. 1's the sun, 0's darkness. That's like the black sun. What's the black sun? When you close your eyes and you're still conscious, there's light there. And your eyes are closed, so it's dark. For everything in existence, there has to be an equal in non-existence in order for that to happen, I think. In the world of duality, we find ourselves. In the study of Hinduism and Buddhism, duality, that's how they classify different schools of Buddhistic thought, is by how dualistic are they. And they all pretty much come to the same thing throughout Judaism, Kabbalism, Platonism, is that there is duality, but the duality is actually an illusion, but it's a real illusion. It's the Matrix. Ma'a, the mother mediatrix. It's an illusion, but it's also called mercy. Because I think this is an opportunity for us to evolve our soul. Which makes me think about the eternity of the soul, because was the soul created? Whatever's created has to have an ending. Or does it? I don't know, you're just thinking. Things to ponder on. So if there's something created, there has to be something uncreated. The prime mover. The no thing. And what came first? Because it seems as we physically evolve, are we consciously evolving? We don't even know what consciousness is, really. Scientists don't. Science can only take us so far because it's neglecting. It doesn't know shit. We've made some advances, but we can even see ways back in ancient Egypt, Tibet, how they're much more consciously aware than we are today. They said that Native Americans could hear like a leaf move by a deer miles away in a freaking forest. Alright, getting back in touch with the earth is a good Capricorn thing. That's a lord over it. Lord over ourselves, master ourselves. Not looking to lord over, master over others, which is what's happened. Well, we have Pluto in Capricorn who is tearing that down, which is not true in line with our inherent dignity as gods. Ye are gods. Alright, checking out.